Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the Benji Anfield vlog, also on the YouTube channel Playmakers FC. So, tonight I'm going to talk about the Liverpool Red Star Belgrade game tomorrow evening at Anfield in the Champions League. Massive game. We basically have to win. With Napoli and now PSG taking on each other over the next two games, over the next two match days in the Champions League, it's crucial we try and take maximum points. Currently second in the group on a head-to-head, so, you know, it's crucial that we get a win. And I think we will. I think we will win tomorrow night. Don't get me wrong, I've looked at Red Star Belgrade's record against English sides. It's a bit of a weird one, but it's quite impressive. I mean, they've beat Leicester, but like back in like the 90s, they lost to Bolton, which was in the UEFA Cup, which probably kids growing up now probably wouldn't have believed, considering where Bolton are in the Championship. And yeah, I mean, they got a result against Arsenal last season at the Emirates as well, which was even more impressive, and they only lost 1-0 at home. So they're clearly quite a good opposition, but I think overall we'll have too much for them, especially at Anfield. I think it'll be very similar to the Maribor game, what we had last season. I think they'll be very tight at the back, try and keep it 0-0 for as long as possible, but I think they'll crack. I mean, they played PSG in the last game and got demolished. I know there was a little bit of talk about them possibly with the match fixing accusations, but they got demolished. And I think overall, when the draw was made, I think everyone did look at it and think they'll finish bottom. But to be honest, yeah, I think the only way that they don't finish bottom is someone to have performed horrifically bad, and the way that it looks, I don't think that'll be the case. So yeah, I think we'll win tomorrow. I think, to be honest with you, I think it could be the first time since the West Ham game, since the opening day of the season, where we absolutely tank someone. I think it's coming. Yeah, the performance against Huddersfield wasn't great, but I do believe that we will absolutely smash someone sooner rather than later. And if it isn't against Red Star Belgrade, I think it'll be against Cardiff. But I do think Red Star Belgrade will be one of those games where everything just goes right on the night. A couple of obviously injury concerns. Henderson won't take part. Wijnaldum, Milner and Mane are all in contention, which is good to hear. And it's a weird one. I mean, are we playing more games this season than last season? Obviously, only time will tell. But you know, we're out the League Cup again. Same stage as we did last season. We haven't had to endure the Champions League playoff games this season like we did last. But the injuries, they are starting to pile up, and you're just a bit like, it's not good. And I think, to be fair, the money that we spent in the summer, I think we really do need to be given the league and the Champions League a good attempt to try and win one or the other. You know, in my opinion, it'd be amazing to win both, but you know, always dream big. But yeah, I think tomorrow we could play probably not a second string side, but if you wanted to make changes, I don't think that'd be a problem. I can definitely see Sturridge playing. I think this would be a game where Firmino, keep him on the bench. Salah should play. Salah will be hungry to score goals after scoring against Huddersfield on Saturday. So yeah, I mean, whatever changes are made, then so be it. But I think we should have enough to beat Red Star Belgrade. It's just so important because, not to take it for granted, but we need to be cautious when we play them in the second game away from home, especially when the fact we play Arsenal a couple of days before, and it's one of those early kickoffs in the Champions League. So, you know, if we can get 6 points, ideally it would be absolutely fantastic if Napoli could beat PSG. Puts them on 7 points, we're on 6, then there's Then PSG are on 3 points after 3 games, and then, you know, and we win again in Red Star Belgrade, and then we're on 9, and then PSG really have to win just to even stay in contention with 2 match days left. So, listen, we can't look too far ahead, but tomorrow should be... If it goes wrong tomorrow night, I don't want to be harsh, but I think it actually could be one of those where we look back in about 10 years' time as one of the biggest upsets in our European football history. I think what we could probably compare it to is... I'm trying to actually think. I mean, there was that season, the last season with Benitez, where, you know, it all started off well. We beat Debrecen 1-0 at home, then we lost to Fiorentina 2-0, and then the Lyon games, you know, we were winning 1-0, we lost, and then the following game we drew 1-1, and we dropped points everywhere. So hopefully hopefully tomorrow night we'll get the job done. What I'd love it to be like is the Maribor game, or if people can remember so far back, we played Spartak Moscow in the 2002-2003 season. We only had 1 point after the first 2 games, after losing to Valencia and drawing with Basel at Anfield. Then we beat Spartak Moscow 5-0. A performance like that would be absolutely brilliant, just to get back on track in the Champions League. With the fact that we were finalists last year, the pressure's on us to get out the group. I know people can talk about, oh, we're in pot 3, I don't care. People are looking and thinking that if Liverpool don't get out that group, something has gone seriously wrong. And the fact that we're in pot 3 still doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but UEFA coefficients do what it does, so we just had to deal with what we had to deal with. So if we can get the job done, that's all that matters. The group's a lot more difficult this season than last season. I'm not using that as an excuse, definitely not. But I do believe that when it comes to Christmas time, we will be looking forward to a last 16 tie with a team, hopefully, who finish second in a group, because I truly believe we will win the group. That last game at home to Napoli, I think will decide the group. I do. For some strange reason, I just think PSG will choke. I do. Every season I always think they could kind of pull it out the bag and maybe go on a really great run, maybe even win the competition, but not this year. I think after seeing the only way that they got back into the game in match day 1 against us was because we switched off. That was it. They were not a quality side. But no, we should win tomorrow. If I was gonna go for a prediction, see, I don't want to be really harsh and say it'll be like 5 or 6. I tell you what, 4-0. I think 4-0. 4-0 I think we'll do the job. And then it gets us into a good shape for the Cardiff game at home on Saturday. But yeah, fingers crossed. But no, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be doing a vlog tomorrow after the game. And yeah, obviously if you liked the video, just give it a like or subscribe or comment. And also look at this on the Playmakers FC channel as well. And again, subscribe, like and comment. And hopefully you guys like what you see. And thanks for watching, guys. Cheers now. Bye.